Story of golf in Greenville has been a real story to follow the last year because there have been a couple of different courses that have been on the brink of shutting down and going out of business. In fact, Greenville Country Club did that in November. The course was founded in 1923. It has been there since 1923. It has been the source of huge amount of conversation and conjecture in the community, and the question about why it did not make it, and would it come back, and that kind of thing has been talked about in the community for a long time. Well, last night there was a vote to reopen Greenville Country Club, and through the incredible generosity of a couple of benefactors here, and I'm going to call their names because I asked them last night if I could. We're talking about William and Aurelia Monk and Dr. Mont and Cindy Wooten. They have purchased the property now and taken care of the bank debt. And then there is a new group of people that have come together and put money in the club that are going to open the club under a brand new corporation. It's actually going to be an LLC partnership. And the folks who own the property are going to lease it to this new corporation, this new partnership, for $0 a year. And the guy who has worked his butt off to put this deal together and put the new group of investors together that are going to own Greenville Country Club is my friend Dr. Mark Hayes, who is a local veterinarian here in Greenville. And Mark Hayes joins me now by telephone this morning. Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Morning, Henry. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I got to thank you publicly for, the Greenville Country Club deal was dead. It wasn't coming back, and now it is rising like the phoenix out of the ashes.
Well, thank you.
It's quite a story, but I'm telling you, you didn't have to do it. Anybody in that room that saw the thing going south could have done it, but you decided that you were going to be the guy to help organize. You and Jim Clement have put together a new plan that not only is going to allow Greenville Country Club to open with zero debt, but in addition to that, you're going to have $500,000 to $600,000 in new capital through this new group that's going to invest in the club to actually take Greenville Country Club to a whole new level.
Yes, and I would like to also add thanks to Bernie Warren. We had a meeting yesterday that was a long meeting yesterday afternoon where we worked out this deal with the lease agreement with the Monk and the Wooten families, and due to their incredible generosity, we were able to do this. We knew all along that in order for this to work, we were going to have basically a debt-free situation initially for us to balance the budget and put all our capital to work reopening the club. And with the eventual situation that we worked out with Bernie's help with leasing it for $0 for 3 years, we feel really confident that that's going to allow us to get the club back on sound financial footing.
And I love your new plan. I got to hand it to you and Jim Clement and the guys who put this plan together. You're going to focus on what people have wanted for a long time, which is golf, swimming, and tennis, and not try to run a full-service dining facility that had lost money for years and years and years, which basically tells you what? The market didn't want that. What they wanted was golf, the nice, world-class swimming pool and nice tennis courts and all that. That's where you're going to put the money and not try to run a dining business that had lost money for years and years and years. I think that was the smartest play you could have made.
Well, thank you, and it's a decision made as much by necessity as anything else. But I think looking at trends, the trends are that there's less demand for fine dining and more demand for casual dining, and so what options there are will probably be more casual.
And there will be dining. It just won't be the full service dining room kind of stuff that we've seen in the past.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And we're hoping to have lots of focus on family and on events for family events and fun events, and of course the pool will continue to be the center of activities for family events in the summer months of the year, and of course we feel like we have some of the nicest tennis courts there are in this area, and that will continue to hopefully be something that we find attracts people who are interested in nice clay court tennis courts.
Now, as I understand it, Mark, the dues for new members that will join, and again, there is no club right now, so everyone will have to rejoin, but there'll be no initiation to join, and you will pay. You're committed to keeping the full membership under $300 a month. Is that right?
That is correct, and we've talked about this since last night, and I think that the consensus of opinion is that probably what we're going to do is we're going to start at around $250 for a full golf membership.
Wow!
And we feel like with no initiation fee and a full golf membership for $250, we're going to find that that's a value that is going to resonate with a lot of people and a lot of families. And not asking for an out-of-pocket initiation fee, we feel like that's going to be an attractive offer.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You get to play one of the best golf courses in North Carolina for $250 a month, and that's a great thing. And I'm excited also that Brady Penner, who's been the golf professional there for how long? 25 years.
26 years. 20, that's right.
And his wife Andrea, who we've all come to love, also they're going to run the show, and so things are going to get back to normal pretty soon at Greenville Country Club. It's when you get right down to it, you look at what happened in November. The club was broke, had $800,000 to actually $1 million worth of debt. No plan for the future, and people were paying like $335 a month. So now you're going to open again March 1st. You're going to have no debt. You're going to have $500,000 to $600,000 in working capital, and the dues are going to be lower than they were last year. I mean, it's an unbelievable story.
Well, and we would like to also just encourage all the former members of Greenville Country Club to contact us, and we'd love to have everybody come back and let us know that they're interested in being a member, want to be a member. We feel like there's a lot here to offer, and our group is not a closed group. Our group that is that LLC that you mentioned that's going to actually run the club and operate the club. That is an open LLC, and anybody who is interested in joining us can certainly contact me or Jim Clement, and we can give you the specifics about what we're looking for in terms of a financial commitment.
Yeah.
And you can actually be a part owner moving forward of this club, and we certainly encourage and hope there will be many that want to join us, because the more capital we have, then the more we do.
And again, Mark, we have to say that this would not have happened without William Monk and Dr. Wooten. I mean, no doubt that they had a motivation because they have homes there, and their main motivation was to make sure that it remained a golf course now and forever. But in addition to that, I mean, people need to know that they also, in addition to taking out the debt and leasing the property back to the club for $0, that they are also investing in this new LLC that's going to own the club and run it.
That's correct.
They didn't have to do any of that. So I mean, it's really it's an incredible play on their part, and I can't thank them enough.
Right, it's very generous of them, and I think that there's been a lot of people involved with making this happen, and a lot of people are very passionate about this club, which I personally feel like some of the best memories of the last 20 years have been spent on this golf course with my son as he grew up, and to me, those are memories that I cherish a great deal. Which is, I'm sure that's true for a lot of us, and so it's the motivation behind what we're doing. We want to be able to continue to enjoy those, and we want others to be able to come and join us. I don't think there's a better place for teenagers to sort of run loose on a summer day than Greenville Country Club. And it's a very safe place, and they have the pool, they have the golf course, and I just hope there will be a lot of families that will check us out, and I think they'll be pleasantly surprised, and hopefully they'll join us.
Mark, when do you think the club will be open for golf play?
Henry, we're shooting for the 1st of March, and if there's any way humanly possible to make it happen, we're going to make it happen by the 1st of March.
And people who want to join the club, who do they contact right now?
Right now, they could probably contact Brady or Connie at the club. And
Are the telephone numbers the same as they were?
The office number is the same,
Yeah.
the same one that was published, and
Right.
and then certainly we can, they could contact myself or Jim, but
Yeah.
I would probably say let's contact the office, and the office will follow up with them and get them the information they need.
All right. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We appreciate what you've done, Mark. And by the way, people are going to say, and I think this is an incredible feel-good story of people coming together in a community. And of course, it's not a charity. We're not doing things for mankind. People are doing this because it's their recreation. But it is the history, tradition of an entity like a Greenville Country Club needs to be preserved. And I think it's an unbelievable story that people have taken their time. There's no profit motive because there's no chance of making profit. But it's just people coming in, putting their money in something to say, you know what, this is important to preserve. And this is about where we want our families to spend their summers, and it's a great spot for people to make memories with their families and stuff like that. And we're going to save this thing. I think it may be unprecedented in Eastern North Carolina.
Well, country clubs have certainly taken a blow over the last number of years, and profit is probably not going to be a word we use a lot for a while around the club. There's so many needs, and that if there is extra money, we can find a way to use it. And so I think that we do cherish the traditions of the club and the family aspect, and I think all of it goes with enjoying summer and spending it with your children and your friends in a environment that is one such as Greenville Country Club has. That's really what we value, and so that's where our priority was, to try to preserve that. And I'm very happy that we've been able to do that, and we look forward to the future. We think that the future is very bright.
Dr. Mark Hayes, now that you are going to be running a country club, who's going to run your veterinarian? You're still going to be practicing veterinary medicine. So all your patients can still come see you, right?
We've got a management. We've got a group of people that are going to help with the management. But
yeah,
you are right. Brady and Andrea are going to really work hard at running the club, and then there will be several from the ownership group that work with them, and so
that are going to make a huge salary of zero, right?
That is correct. They're going to make a huge salary of zero, and so this is a labor of love more than it is one for profit. But we appreciate your time giving us some publicity this morning, Henry.
Yeah.
And
well, I'm excited about it. Obviously,
we certainly hope that everybody that has been a member will come back and join us.
I agree. All right, thank you, my friend.